Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the trail. I was ventriloquizing myself.
Hello there. Hi there.
Cool story.
Hi there. Hi.
Where? Oh, we got Raja ducking under the fucking. Or are we just fast forwarding?
Oh fuck yeah, we're fast forwarding.
All right.
I'm not even giving Arden a chance to tell the whole story again.
But he wants to. He really wants to.
I know he does. The rest of the journey you travel in peace. You get the effects of a long rest pretty much straight away because it's like a day and a half, I think, on the full travel. So you guys spend the rest of the day, the rest of the evening on the train before you feel okay again. So everyone's back at full health and full spells.
Sweet. Okay.
And bits and bobs. Raja, did you help the gnome conductor remove the enormous periton like he asked?
Yeah, I did.
In that case, at one point, the gnome conductor handed both you, Lash, and Carlias a half-off coupon for traveling with the Dustvale Rail Network. So,
Not bad.
you each have now a half-off coupon, and it's only good for one travel, he says. So you now have half off on your next journey.
Didn't you say something about gold?
I was about to get to it, but you know what? The greed though.
No!
If there's one thing that's gonna nerf how much you get. What are you saying there, my
I
child?
will
I'm
not
a
be
thief.
called anything.
He also gives Lash. He gives you 5 gold pieces, slyly. Well, that's your best.
Oh, thank you.
I guess we'll do your best. It's probably why you're all battered up.
Yeah.
Able to fly. Places 5 gold pieces on your broken wing. So take these.
Would
broken
Carlas figure out that it was the gnome that gave Lash her flying power?
Why don't you run me an Arcana check? Lash can fly now. As far as Carlias is concerned, she has
He
done
just
it.
thinks I can
You know what's
fly.
funny?
She has found the Thunderstone and forced
My-
herself to level up
I
early.
am
Dream came true.
I'm totally relying on him as well, so I guess I am totally fucking convinced. Like,
As far as half of you are concerned, you can just fly now.
I mean, I'm not harmed in that result, but more so Lashes. So.
Jay, I need the sound of a train.
what? Where'd it go?
The train pulls in
Joker.
the next day. Again, I would imagine in the middle of the day. So we'll say it's about midday as the train finally pulls into one of the largest cities in Dustvale. This is Sin River. It is kind of known for its like relatively gang oriented. I mean, they're all kind of rough. Everywhere here is very rough. This is one of the worst ones, but in like a Vegas way, where everyone's like, nah, Vegas is great, but really if you live there, you're just continually being robbed, pickpocketed, I imagine.
You just have to stay off the strip, and it's not so bad. I lived there for 4 years.
I've been there for one day, and I lost everything. It took me years
To a pickpocket or to
Dignity
gambling?
included?
to everything that fucking city had to offer.
Your innocence?
I lived there for 4 years, and I don't think I ever lost a buck.
Yeah, but you're like big and strong, and I'm like a little British person, like,
Oh, hell, excuse me, sir. Do you mind if...
and yeah.
And then you wake up 8 hours later with your phone stolen.
Oh god. Welcome to Sin
Yeah.
River.
As
Well,
we-
what the thing about Las Vegas is
Oh.
it's like,
Oh,
oh wow, this is a big city.
This map is beautiful.
The
Thank
thing about Las Vegas is that there's like 3 blocks, and that's where all the casinos and all the bright lights and all the tourist trap stuff is. And then the rest of it is just like your average city.
Yeah.
But everyone just knows those 3 blocks, and that's all they think of.
wait! Everyone, give me perception checks. We're back on the train. the most important part of today. Wow, Jesus fucking Christ.
Damn!
Holy shit. Everyone except for Strings, who at this point was sleeping. At one point, there's a moment where the conductor says,
Oh, would you look at that? Look at that thing out there.
and everyone looks at the window, and there's an enormous rattlesnake, a giant rattlesnake, much larger than you would imagine a normal rattlesnake to be. And it rears its head up, and you notice a much smaller figure in front of it. All of you recognize this to be Wilfred Lafrance, the guy who jumped off the train to try and find the deeds to his wife's land. And he is out there. He's got a little twig hat, a primitive spear, and some hide armor. He's dirty, and he's battling a desert snake, a massive rattlesnake. And the best thing about it is that it looks like he's winning. He's he has become one with the desert. When he jumped off the train, he rolled a crit 20. And became a pure desert warrior. So as the train just rockets past for a few seconds, you see him, you recognize him. All of you, I guess it's apt actually, because Strings
wasn't even there, yeah.
originally. But
Holy
he is out
shit.
there, and he's living. He's
Holy
living better than he's ever lived his rich, noble lifestyle. And
Was that?
Wasn't
Did
that?
you?
that
Pretty sure that was
that was the man
That noble dude.
La France.
Did you? So everybody saw that.
I'm gonna just whisper to Raja. I've got his papers.
I remember.
I thought he was gonna die. I didn't think.
Yeah, I thought
did you
for sure he'd be
see-
dead too. That means Arden can impersonate him, and we have his ID.
Did you see that snake?
I mean, that's a risky business right there. But
Or I could
I'm like-
I could impersonate him. He's noble. That could be really handy.
Totally carrying on my own side, like conversation about how, like, I'm amazed about the size of the snake and that this noble dude is like out there just.
he's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it, guys.
God.
That's
Orange
amazing.
Jesus is with him.
Is the gnome conductor around?
The gnome conductor is like hurryingly. So I guess once you get to the Sin River Station and the train pulls in, the gnome conductor is like hurrying you all off the train. Just
Come on, get out now. Come on.
But Fizzler,
But just,
I just
for the trouble, tell you what, I'll deliver the pork to the casino for you.
Sure, I don't care. You take the pork.
Sweet. I'm gonna go unload those 2 boxes from the back.
nice.
Raja, are
Fizzler.
you okay? You're completely frozen.
Your face looks like you've been
Oh.
stuck.
What the fuck? That was uncanny. Your
Yeah.
camera was
Good
frozen,
timing.
and the second I said that, your face just like moved as if it was a statue into regular movement.
Totally.
That was
The,
terrifying. Don't ever
the
do that again.
conductor turns to Lash as he's trying to push you all off.
What is it?
Hey, I just could. You made me fly. Do you have a scroll, or can I know about that spell?
It's called fly spell, okay? It's easy.
Oh. It's easy.
Yeah, just go to school. Come on, get off the train.
Okay, fine.
Elias, she can't fly. It was a spell.
oh,
Oh, they totes heard me.
He hurried.
well, hold on a minute. I want to know how to fly.
Rushes you off the train. There's a couple of very strapping half orc men who are taking some of the crates off of the cargo area towards the singular building, like over here, the station, which is just set outside of the city. They're just unloading some of the cargo off of it. Raja, presumably you jump back onto the cargo and grab 2 of the boxes. You're muted again.
Fucking issues abound today, man.
I can dub for you. Raja says,
We would like to go to Las Vegas.
Raja does a Zephyr strike and kills the half, claiming all of the cargo and the train for
He
himself.
then does a multi-attack chain with great weapon mastery crit and
Oh
kills
my
every
God.
person in the town.
Crits every monster in the land, earning all of the
But
XP.
every
available.
attack against him is also a crit.
Oh my god.
He becomes his own god, the god of the sands.
While
He
he-
strikes down Titan and becomes Raja, the sand god.
While he's figuring that out, I figured I would like stop all of them. Like, right, this town, be careful, and I'm gonna like pointedly like take my fucking gold pouch and like dig it into my bag somewhere. You have to hide it. There are pickpockets
Testing.
everywhere.
Hello.
There
There
we
we
go.
back.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that.
You've been
Yeah,
here
as
before,
the-
haven't you?
I live here.
Right. Welcome home.
Yeah, I was gonna show you guys my house.
Oh,
but
lovely.
first, as they're like pointing out that she can't fly, I'll just say there's more than one way to fly, and I'm gonna try and vault over the train.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep doing this until I
Okay.
fail the roll.
Yeah.
my god.
Give me an acrobatics check. This
Oh
time with
my
disadvantage. You're trying to vault over a whole train, which is insane.
Oh my god.
Of course. Yeah, whatever you want it to look like is how it goes.
Yeah, he just says there's more than one way to fly, and then he just backflips and like puts both hands in handsprings and just like like spin ninja flips over the train.
Just like Mario 64
Uh,
for the first time. And you
Strange.
can just do everything.
I,
You carry
he's a man, right? He's not a.
You travel with very weird people, my friend.
So just for like the billionth time today, Lash is she lives in astonishment now. She could fly, and then Wilfred was like level 285, and now Raja can just like vault over trains. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to go get those 2 crates and just come back to where the others were standing.
We should perform at the circus one day with this group. Could make a flying and acrobatics and stories.
What's your act?
Stories as well, but seems Arden's quite better at them than I am. I can fight.
I still don't understand the tea party.
I'm not sure. Did you actually have tea with a god? That's incredible. That's
No,
quite
no,
amazing.
no.
What did he tell you?
I don't even remember the last time I had tea. I don't like tea.
I feel like you're being humble. I mean, it's quite an incredible thing to do. I'd be shocked as well.
You know what? Fine. Me and a god, we sat down and we had tea and cupcakes and crumpets and all the things.
My god.
I told
I'm
you!
sure there's some kind of embellishment. It wasn't actually crumpets, but... Dear god.
Well, depending on where you are in the world, crumpets and biscuits are the same thing.
It sounds like they should be called biscuits.
I'm not getting into that argument. Right.
Just
No.
like French fries should be called fries.
Raja!
and chips.
Was I able to? Were the orc guys just going to give me the boxes or no?
No, you can just take them off of them. Yeah, you were on
Okay.
the train. They don't give a fuck.
Do they have? Is there like a rolling utility cart or anything like that nearby?
Roll me a d20. Yes.
Okay, I just load them on that and without saying anything, just
It's
roll
like
it back.
A little, like a wheeled. It's just a 2-wheeled cart that you can. It's just 2 pieces of plank. It's 2 planks of wood with wheels.
Yeah, I just put it on that and roll it away without saying anything or asking anyone. Just come
No
back to
one-
the rest of the and just come back to the rest of the group.
No one
All right,
cares.
I'll show you guys my humble abode. I don't know that it's going to be large enough for all 5 of us.
Well,
On that,
I'm
note,
tiny.
do you own it or do you rent it?
It's he basically lives in the hollowed out hole in the side of the library. Like
So you
so
rent
my God.
he's renting it sort of. He doesn't really pay any money for it though. He just does them
No,
favors
no,
whenever he's in
you
town.
pay money for it. You want to rent a
Where
home?
about on the
you
map?
pay money for it.
Is your
Okay,
house?
You pay money
right.
to a rotund female dwarf called Scovebella Steelgrip. And
Okay.
you've been away for a couple of days, so you probably owe rent.
Probably.
Formidable.
Well, in that case, if I'm paying for
She's
it,
the
then
most
I
dangerous
live in a
creature
nicer
ever
place.
She's the most. This is the cheapest rent you could. I mean, you can own your own place if you want. Just bear in mind that when you show up, your rent check. This is me working out your rent check right now.
Right.
Either you own it
I'm
for
just-
upkeep and it's a ridiculous amount of money, or you rent. And if you rent a hole in the side of the library, it's going to be extremely cheap. If you own your own nice place, then it's going to be more. So you tell me the level of quality.
What? How much would it cost so I can figure out like whether I can afford it or not?
If you want some crappy little place, you're looking at like a silver per day. If you want somewhere really nice, you're looking at like 1+ gold a day. If you want extremely nice, you're just getting insane. It's ridiculous. Like, you can have your own palace if you want, but you need 400 gold a day upkeep.
Okay, so you're saying it would be 30 gold a month for a nicer house, or it would be roughly 3 gold per month? Because that'd be, you said like a silver per day, right? That'd be like
per day. So you're looking
that'd be like 3 gold a month for a cheaper
Wait,
house, right?
Oh yeah, the conversion's 10 to 1, right?
10 to 1.
Yeah.
10.
Okay. I'll say he has a cheaper house in the tiefling suburb area. He's the human.
We'll say you pay 20 gold a month.
Okay.
And you owe rent right now.
Okay.
And you rent it, yeah?
Yeah.
From a tiefling named Nemea, who is pretty nice, but probably only nice because she's definitely connected to what is essentially the mafia here in town. Every tiefling is.
What happened to the dwarf?
If you're
That
renting
was for
from
the
the
whole-
library, then you're renting from the librarian.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh man, I love this.
I've put there's quite a lot of shit in this.
I was really
Yeah,
I was really
details.
impressed.
This is the
there
kind of thing we should have coordinated before
I
the
was
stream.
so impressed.
I didn't realize that you had a whole house. I thought you were just like staying here and moving around continually. I didn't realize you had your own place. So yeah, so there's a tiefling quarters. Let me give you guys an idea, because probably most of you will have been through here at least once, because nobody came from. Yeah, everyone would have had to have probably come through here at least.
Also, Brad, Carlas will have contacts in this city.
You have contacts here.
I mean, it's to your discretion, but there would be.
Let's see here. How does that work? What do you got here? What are we looking at? Contacts. You have traveled far and wide, which allows you to build up a network of contact informants to help you track down your mark. I need to see it, sorry. If you're in a town where one of your contacts resides, you may inquire about information which pertains to your mark. Okay, well, you don't have any marks at the moment, do you? You want a bounty right now?
Not currently, but like just to know who and where they are.
Yeah, I'll throw you a name. Probably another bounty hunter in town.
Mm-hmm.
That you just know. There is, so you guys, when you head into Sin River, once you leave the station, you guys head down a narrow, sort of vaguely kept path. This is the outskirts of the town, and the entirety of Sin River becomes sort of like your eyes open as you see this thing appear below you. It's inside of a massive, long ago dried up riverbed. At the center of town, there's an even deeper part, like a gorge that people haven't gone down into and inhabited because it's far too deep. And the town runs it's very similar to sort of like a classic Wild West town. There's like lots of intertwining streets, but in terms of architecture, you're looking at those kind of wooden, some stone, but mostly wooden saloon doored structures. This place is famously rife with banditry. The streets are just constantly running red with blood after casino brawls, or even just friendly tavern card games that go wrong. It's a central hub for a lot of things. So the place has grown, but it's also grown with a huge variety of different races and people from all walks of life, because it's just on a crossroads from everywhere in Dustvale, similar to the Crimson City. It's one of the only other places that has some level of like actual defense, in that it has a wall which runs along either side to stop any just random things running in, like a random giant snake just showing up. It does have a watch which act like pretty much like a military within town, but they are just guards. A lot of them look probably a lot more like Carlias. Quite a lot of people in this town have taken to the gunslinging. It's a very quick and easy way to just put someone down. And since they don't do a lot of arresting, they just kill people instead. You're caught thieving, they can't be bothered. There's so many people stealing and constantly breaking out into fights, because this is a casino town. they just kill you. They'll just fuck you up. If you do end up in the dungeons, it's not a nice place to be either. But they don't. It's almost a zero tolerance, but also it takes quite a lot before they even notice you or care. If you just shoot someone and they'll just leave it or whatever. But if they catch you doing anything really bad, it's pretty famously the type of town where they'll just be like, all right, we got 3 guards here, and they'll just pull guns on you. This place is Casino Town. There are a handful of casinos here. The most prominent are Kurgan's Clubhouse, which is owned by a huge great orc. There's the Velvet Casino, which is by far the biggest and most extravagant one, which is the one that Raja wants to deliver this thing to. And then there's Trent's Joint, which is a much smaller, but by far the most well-liked and least dangerous one to go to. And then there are brothels as well, which is another thing that this place is famous for. There's Serenity and Blissful Phase. Each one is quite different, but they both do the same job that needs doing. Then you have a few taverns, couple of temples, lots of merchants, and also the Sin River Fighting Pits, which is essentially the Final Fantasy VII battle arena. You can enter as a solo, or you can enter as a team and try and win some fucking broken as shit.
So the last time I went to the fighting pits, someone died. I don't want
That's
to
true. That is true. They are dangerous. These are even more dangerous than the ones we had in Storm King's Thunder, Connor. You're welcome. The place is also run by House Naga. So although the watch would technically be funded and overseen by the Crimson City and the Emperor, the place is run by Chancellor Kilros, a tiefling, and House Naga. So a lot of the tieflings in town, you can assume, are connected to House Naga in some way. And they are very, very much mafia style people, and very openly so, you know, in the same way that the mafia kind of just run Italy, but everyone's just, okay, that's okay. For some reason, no one's ever dealt with that. It's the same thing here. Just no one deals with it. They're just like, okay, that's cool. Other than that, there's almost everything here. If you guys want to go to the place, if you want to look for a place, you can assume that it's very likely that it is here. One thing this place doesn't have is any sort of actual forge or the type of thing where they make weapons. They do a lot of import and export. That doesn't mean there isn't stuff here to buy. Lastly, as you guys approach it, there is a very large elevation device, like a huge, great structure. Think Game of Thrones, that thing that they go up and down on the wall in. There's one of those which is being run by a couple of very large-looking tiefling men and a gnome. As you approach and step onto the lift, along with a couple of other people, it begins to and slowly lower you down into Sin River True.
Hey, Strings,
You're over here.
I feel like summer's coming.
Watch out for those live walking people. The army of the live.
Right.
Okay.
You will experience bad things happening to you.
Oh man.
Raja,
For that joke or just in
what-
general?
what is
For that joke, both of you roll me perception checks with disadvantage.
Fuck's sake.
what are, by the way, while they're doing that, what are the Pearl and the Black Rose? Are those taverns?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them? Okay.
Yep, the Pearl, the Black Rose, and Sam's Tavern are the 3 main taverns in town. You would know, though, that
Right.
the Pearl and Sam's Tavern are commoner taverns. The Black Rose is pretty much exclusively frequented by the Watch, and people don't go there unless they're a militaristic type, you know. You wouldn't have probably ever even been in there. Or if you stepped in there, it's one of those ones where everyone turns and looks at you and they're all in watch gear and you're just like, oh, I don't belong. I'll go to another one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. No, my gold is in my fucking backpack, Brad.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I can guarantee you that the people in Sin River are better at pickpocketing than you are at hiding. As you step onto the lift and it lowers down, you hear the skittering feet of a little boy at the top of the lift run away from the lift. Carlias, you see him as this thing. He dips under the barrier and jumps off of the lift and runs away. But in his hand are 4 gold pieces that he's taken from.
Oh my god! Fucking.
All right.
Make some more shit jokes.
I will. Just wait until I DM for you in 2 fucking weeks.
I know.
Oh,
You're so
I know.
dead.
I'm already so prepared for it. I'm so prepared for never having money and having a stupid book.
You're only getting 7 copper every fucking.
I'm gonna
He's
oh my
gonna
God.
piss himself every week.
Yeah.
The lift begins to lower you guys down. You're going to be on it for like 10 minutes as it slowly,
Right.
very slowly moves you down.
Welcome to Sin River, my friends.
What are we doing here? How long are we going to be here? Do you think?
We need to basically just need to find a place for Finrana and Garble to wrench, which probably won't be too difficult.
Quite.
I'm going to deliver these
Shopping.
boxes and see if I can get find a way into the Velvet Crown, because I've always wanted to waste all my money in one sitting. And I'm gonna go say hi to Schaus real quick. And you weren't here for that. The woman who hired us to deliver the rock in the first place, I'm just gonna go check in with her and give her an update on what happened.
Part 1 of the job, right? Okay.
Strings.
hmm.
I'm gonna head over to the Weaponsmith. See what they got there.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
I'm gonna pull out my revolver and hold it by the barrel and just hand it over to Carlias. Can you have them take a look at that while you're there? I don't know much about repairing them. Just make sure it's in good functional order.
I mean, I can repair it, but do you
Okay,
want
then-
upgrades or what?
What kind of upgrade can you make?
Hey, Brad, what kind of upgrades do you reckon they probably have?
Nowhere in this town. This town would not do any upgrades because it's import-export. There's no forge or blacksmith or anything like that. They purely buy stuff in. This is a rich town, and they don't do anything. No one does any manual labor here.
I
It's all
guess
about
if you give me 50 gold, I can look at a scope or something.
Let's go.
They would sell potentially other guns.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe buy another gun, rip it off, and like weld it on.
You could part exchange his shitty one.
Well, if it's gonna be that expensive, I should probably just come along and take a look myself, and I'll just put it away.
It's up to you.
Well, meet us there after your business. Or are you
Sounds
staying
good.
at the casino for a while?
Where is the suburb or the slum or whatever where I live?
The slum where you live, I'm guessing. I mean, to be honest, the whole freaking place is a slum, but this is the most.
Or like
there's the Chancellor's northern area over here. This is relatively nice. Whereas as soon as you cross this line down to here, this is pretty freaking rough.
so the
around
tiefling district where Raja's pretty much all of his acquaintances are. What end of town is that on?
Yeah, you'll be looking over here. Your house is probably like there,
Okay.
I would imagine.
I assume we have addresses and road signs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll tell them all the address as we're on the way down. In case we get separated, you meet me and give them my address.
Mm-hmm. So, you want to go when the lift gets to the bottom. Raja and Carlias are heading off together.
No.
No.
Carlias and I.
You two are heading off together. Raja's heading off by himself.
Unless someone comes with me, I'm going to go see Schaus.
I'd be following Raja.
Lash is sticking with Raja. I don't think I even want to know at this point what Arden's doing. Honestly,
He's being actually really, really quiet. I'm gonna follow Carlias.
okay. Let's see here. So the lift comes to a crunching halt at the bottom. There's a couple of moments where the lift operator winds down the gate. He holds out a hand in front of him as you guys begin to step off.
I'll give him 5 gold.
Anyone else giving him gold? Or are you just stepping off?
Right. 2 gold.
I've been in and out a bunch of times. Is it customary to give him a tip?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's connected as fuck.
I'll flick him a gold piece.
Hmm.
I'll do 2 gold.
Yeah, I just paid the 2 gold.
I'm gonna like, sir, where can I find a drink and hold my amulet?
You want to find a drink? You find drink anywhere in this town.
No,
Yeah.
where can I?
You want a little drink like this? You want a little
No,
drink like this? You want a
disregard.
little?
Wrong person to ask. Carry on. That's
Yes, I know your type. You find drink you want anywhere in this town.
right. Thank you.
It's okay. He gives you a massive slap on the butt.
Oh
See you
my
later,
god.
If you're looking for a drink, you should check out Sam's Tavern. It's amazing.
Who
All you
drinks
can
there?
drink. All you can drink. Everyone. It's the town favorite. There's also the Pearl, but it's a bit more pricey.
Right. Well, I'll take a look
Good,
around.
it's good, but it's pricey.
Haven't spent as much time here as I'd like.
You'll
See
not
you-
find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy, but I love
am
it here.
excited.
Roll me a d20. Perception.
Oh no!
Just roll me a
I knew it was
perception check with
gonna happen.
disadvantage.
Me?
Why'd you do it, Fairlight? Why?
I had to do it.
You do
I had
not,
to-
you
I had to
not
do it.
even notice the little child running off with 5 of your gold pieces. Yeah, you guys arrived finally in the town proper. You're kind of over here, over by the lift area. It's very like loud and boisterous here. You're at the kind of, this is more like the one of the central strips of town kind of thing. There's a market nearby. There's the fighting pits, and yeah, just a lot of activity immediately in front of you in this part of town. Anyone with any particular needs to go to where they want to go? Let's see. I was going to roll, wasn't I? I remember. Let's see. Let's stick with Carlias's gang. So, Carlias, where were you headed?
The Weaponsmith.
You guys split up. And oh wait, Raja, you're going up to the north of town as well. So I guess as you start moving through town, Raja is probably pointing out various places that you can go. As you walk past the fighting pits, it looks like they've just finished. There's a bunch of people flooding out, like when you've just seen Shamu perform at SeaWorld and everyone's leaving. They're doing that. You probably walk past a couple of people like, oh, I can't believe it, that thing tore his fucking nuts off. That was disgusting. As they're walking out, like, yeah,
Sounds like-
you ain't gonna survive that.
Somewhere we should go.
If you've ever questioned the value of your life versus the value of gold, might want to check it out before we leave.
Have you fought there, Raja?
I'm not that stupid.
Hmm.
Well, I thought about it, to be honest.
So
I reckon I could take.
be.
I reckon I could take some of those guys that go in there. They look big and strong, but if they can't hit me, it doesn't matter, right?
It's more like the type of thing where
I was gonna say,
But the
aren't they
problem is when it's not a person.
they're
problem-
more likely
they-
to
they-
launch you in with a creature that they've caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
The problem is when it's not a person. They tend to release things.
I heard a tale about a group of folk that went in. Fortunately, one of them died. Stupid beholders and shit.
I've heard
Yeah,
that one.
beholders and a wyvern once. I even heard. It's just it's not worth it. Not worth the
The
risk.
wyvern story is quite famous because it escaped the fighting pits and wrought havoc on the town. And the owner, a giant fucking tiefling named Oid, got in a lot of trouble for that shit.
Shit.
But
It's actually been a consistent source of work for me. Sometimes they wanted undeads to release. Guess who they hired to go catch them?
There's always a bounty for catching a creature for the fighting pits. Bounty boards are in taverns, by the way. And you guys start moving through the town. There is an area in town where you can buy rare materials, Carlias, which might be interesting for you since you're going to try and do a lot of like tinkering and things like that. You can buy weird things like vials of vampire blood and stuff like that. And you start moving up through town, passing a lot of people. There's a lot of rough-looking types in this town, but they also kind of intermingle with rough types who look like they've come into money. You know, like in Back to the Future when Biff is in the future and he's super rich, but he's still a scumbag.
Hmm.
That kind of element. Like this guy won big at the casino, and he walks past someone who has this like bedraggled mustachio that was once probably he was probably connected as well in town, but he's sitting on the ground begging for coin. Lots of roles seem to have been reversed due to the deep-seated corruption of gambling and gold. As you move past a lot, and it's packed in areas then that open up to just areas of people bustling around with produce, food, as well as just guarded carts that walk past you. Members of the guard walk past, and again, they look a lot more like Carlias in that a lot of them have cowboy hats and sheriffs-looking badges, like stars on them, with the Sin River insignia, which is similar to this. Yeah, on it like a circle with an S in the center. And they'll move past with carts and wagons, just seemingly, almost definitely full of like gold and gems and things as they move between the casinos, or move to pay off corrupt nobles in town. You move upwards, and then you guys split up. Raja you're heading to your house? Or?
No, I was gonna head to where Schaus would be. I don't know if she operates out of the Chancellor's Manor or if she has her own office somewhere.
No, the manor.
Yeah, I'm heading there first.
And Carlias and Co are heading to the Weaponsmith.
Yeah, I guess at the fork we'd wave them off and just meet somewhere after for a drink.
Meet up at Sam's later, or if it's very late, then just go to my house.
I have no idea where that is.
I already gave you the address to my house. Sam's is on the way in the southwest.
Right. Will do. See you then, be careful. And go to the Weaponsmith.
And keep your coin purse close. Wait a second.
You've already lost coin.
I've gotten rusty at this. Keep your coin purse tightly closed and close to your hands.
So I've got my cloak up, or my hood up pretty far, but I'm going to say, hey, Carlias, if you see any special arrows, special ones, could you get some for me?
What?
Special?
Like poison or
Trick arrows.
fire.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and find
Keep an eye out.
There was a guy who used to sell those over at the Weaponsmith, but I don't know if he still operates. He had all kinds of crazy trick arrows.
Oh,
How would you tell?
He had one with like this rope on it, and you would fire it, and it would unravel and tie up the person.
that's a snare arrow.
Yeah, you have to see it. It's pretty crazy, but I don't know if he's still in business. To be honest, they're clever, but you don't realistically use them very much.
Try and find them.
Does anyone think that because of the bounty on my head, I should just go to Raja's?
Can you just say that a little louder?
Okay.
We don't want Carlias to hear it.
Because of that bounty.
Yeah, when she says that, I'm gonna pull her and put her put myself between her and between her and Carlias. Careful, Carlias might hear you.
You could,
Hold on, whose idea was it to take down those bounties?
you could come with us if you'd like. So, I don't know, Schaus would they cash a bounty on you, or?
She wouldn't care.
She wouldn't care.
She's the one who
would think.
hired her in the first place.
It's more the town guards.
Safest place to be. The guards
You
should
could
be
always-
fine. You can run.
Maybe we can actually ask Schaus, huh, Raja?
You can fly.
I can. And I try. You just see like a feeble flapping. I can't fly.
Like looking at Carlias, like
I can. I could ask Schaus if she could assist us with making that little problem go away. But worst
Good
case
idea.
scenario, you can just hide at my place.
Okay.
Just keep your beak down. We should be fine.
And I tuck it. Like
Not-
Big Bird.
Not literally.
And then
meet
you
up
guys
after. And we
head
separate
away.
ways.
So as you guys presumably follow Raja's instructions to head towards where the weaponsmith is, not too far away from where you guys had split up, you find the pretty massive store. Really, it's an obvious single-story building with a symbol of a sword and crossed with a gun, hanging from a sign, an open door, and a very clear open entranceway. As you guys step into the quite dark room, the instant coolness hits you of being inside from the beating down midday sun of Dustvale outside. There's an enormous Goliath who just stands just inside the door. He has basic leathers on, and then a couple of kind of like gloves with spikes along the back of them. And he watches you go in, his eyes seemingly completely white, a strange tattoo that runs across his entire body, is what you would assume. And he just stands still watching you head in. Along the walls,
my hat to him.
he completely acknowledges you with doing nothing. Along the walls, there are swords. There are a handful of bows, arrows, halberds, polearms, spears, and then there's a cabinet, a kind of a relatively nice but not the nicest looking glass cabinet at the front, which holds a handful of revolvers similar to the ones that you have, Carlias. At the center of the cabinet is a really beautiful revolver that looks particularly unique, as it has a triple cylindered revolver with like a really ornate set of scrollwork patterns along one side of it, and then a silver chain with the shape of a three-headed dog hanging off of it. It looks like the centerpiece not only of just this case, but the entire store. This place seems to sell everything that can kill. Behind the thing as well, there's a merchant. I can't even introduce the merchant. There's a tiefling sat, spurred boots up on this like beautiful encased glass casing, sitting on top of a big thick stool with a thick leather bound seat on it, and he smiles at you, his red tiefling skin, his horns pushing around the back of his head, and his entirely fully blackened eyes, like sclera lensed eyes. He, as you walk in, hello friends, welcome. Please take a look at.
I almost said, hello, my friend. I almost did it. Wow. Hi, how are you?
Kilo.
This one in the middle.
Yes.
How much?
New piece, huh? You think you can handle something like this, huh, gunslinger?
I've been around the block a few times.
I see your piece on your hip there. It's been fired a few times.
Huh, many times.
This here? He taps on the glass. Ding, ding, ding. This is Cerberus. It's a very special piece. You're interested, huh?
Very.
I'm not sure you have the gold.
What's the price?
You're looking at 750 gold pieces.
Well, he's right. Right?
I suppose I could do a part exchange. Nothing in the forge, so
What do you mean by parts?
that piece on your hip, I'll take it, brush it up, sell it.
Well, this one's off limits.
750 gold pieces then.
I'm gonna turn to strings. I need to ask something.
Yes, what?
I can pay 500.
I've only 100, something above that. Not enough.
Who else is with us?
Arden hands Connor, Carlias. I'm getting too much into what I'm doing with my character. 250 gold.
Arden and I owe you a great deal.
He doesn't really say anything. He just gets back to the back.
Here's the money. I'm paying 500 for me and
A lot of gold. Let us see here. Give me 1 second. He spreads all the gold out across the table and then begins to incant in Infernal. Does anyone speak Infernal who is presently with us?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No.
He says some stuff. His hands glow a sort of light white as he runs his hands across each of the gold pieces. For a second, each of the gold pieces lights up, and then he gathers them all together and the glow disappears. And yes. Okay, well, your gold is good here. I did not think I would sell this so quickly. And he opens up the case with a key, slides it across, brings it out, puts it on the desk. Again, it's a very good looking weapon. Triple barreled, triple cylindered revolver. Scrollwork patterns that run across it in all sorts of shapes. And then hanging from the sort of sandalwood grip is a 3-headed dog. This is Cerberus, which is a pistol, still does 1d10 piercing. It has a range of 100 and 400 again. However, it is a reload of 3, a misfire of 1, but you can, if you choose to, fire all 3 shots at 1, which is a move known as triple shot. If you fire all 3 shots at once, you roll 3 attack rolls, and then you take a -3, -6, and -9 penalty to each of those attack rolls consecutively, so as they appear in the thing. So you could potentially do 3d10 piercing damage with this in a single shot and fire all 3 of the rounds at once. I'll write this into your sheet.
That is fucking epic.
Is he able to use a grit point on each one for advantage on every shot?
I don't know how his grip works, but I'm guessing depending on what it says.
you would only have probably for the first shot, unless it's like all 3 count as 1 attack.
Let me have a look. So I'm jumping in here. I'm going to add this to the bottom of your thing. So grit, you gain a number of points. Where is it? An attack can only be affected by a single shot feature. I don't know what that means. Let me just quickly copy this in for you. Cerberus. I'm just gonna open up the gunslinger. We'll find out. But yeah, you could potentially fuck some people up with the grip, for sure.
I like how, like, in his mind right now, he's like, fuck, I didn't think of this. Fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
But, I mean, that would blow through all your grit points in one go, right? So you'd be...
Currently I only have 2.
Oh,
anyway,
okay, so you couldn't even maximize the potential. That is a fucking cool weapon, man. Is there a halberd with 3 heads anywhere?
You can spend grit points to perform various shot attacks with your firearms. An attack can only be affected by a single shot feature, and you can regain following grit points. So an attack, which is what this would be, because it's triple shot, which is the attack, can only be affected by 1. So you spend 1 grit point to gain advantage on the next attack roll you make with a firearm. So yeah, it would be the first one, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think you can do it to all of them. You can choose it to be the next.
You save it for the last one with that -9.
You spend a grit point to gain advantage on the next attack roll. Yeah, so I guess you could just fucking say, yeah, the line always on the 9. Yeah. But I think you can only do 1 because it's 1 single attack. You can attach the grit shot to. So you turn it into a dead-eye shot.
Damn.
So that is Cerberus. I added it to the sheet. If you want to just add a second gun and then change the name to Cerberus, it would just be a matter of it would be exactly the same stats as your other revolver, except if you want to roll the triple shot, you just roll it 3 times because all 3 will be fired at once. Elsewhere around the shop are other weapons. As the weaponsmith starts to put his gold away, Is anyone else buying anything else?
Any halberds? Any kind of polearm like glaives, halberds? Is a pike a halberd? Pike is a halberd.
You have literally everything on the weapons list.
Yeah.
Available to you here.
Okay.
But there are some.
Are there any that stand out rather?
Give me an investigation or a perception check.
Okay. Is it Jesse? Is a lance considered a halberd, or is that just like a bigger spear? I can't.
Lances have their own weird mechanics.
Okay.
I think they're just separate from everything.
Yeah.
Perception, you said? Yeah. There you go.
You're looking for a halberd?
Yeah. I mean, so there's none, like, if I don't make the check, that just means I don't see any that, like, stand out as, oh shit, that's super magical, right? Like.
Well, I'm just getting you to roll to decide how many good things there are here. Honestly.
Baby rage in the chat.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see. There's one.
Okay.
That looks completely different to the rest.
What does it look like?
The rest of them look like they're probably just mass-produced. Once upon a time for either the guard, the watch, or just for general sale. However, one of them is very clearly ornate. It also has two what look like they might be polished iron or maybe even silver leaves which hang from it in a kind of chain from the end. So as you were swinging the thing around, the actual blade looks pretty standard, but the wood is very, very dark and has just a very light pattern, perhaps engraved along the actual pole arm part.
Yeah, I'm gonna point. How much for that one?
You're looking at 150 gold pieces. You're a man of the watch?
No. Not anymore.
Yeah. 150 gold pieces.
Right. What does it do? Why is it so much? That's.
Oh, this. You take it down, huh?
Right. I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. Hold
Sword.
it. Hold it.
Yeah. Just go through a simple, like, basic attack routine with it.
The merchant claps. From behind you, you hear an enormous roar. You
Yeah.
are not even slightly afraid of the sound. You spin around, and normally where you would jump naturally from the loud sound, you don't jump at all. Behind you, the enormous Goliath stands there and then turns around. He says, it's very hard to be frightened when you are holding on to this one. It also has a few special effects. You can put some foes at a disadvantage with it.
Right. 150. Will you take 140 and my spear? I've not 150.
Let me see this spear. Where you buy this spear, huh?
Take it off. Hand it over. It's from Crimson City.
Crimson City, huh?
Yes.
Yes, we get this one. He points at Cerberus. This come down from Crimson City just yesterday.
Don't doubt it.
Okay, it's good spear. 140 gold, yes.
Right. I'll throw the 140 on the table, and
he does his
kind of just
shtick.
Continue to go through like a simple attack routine in the corner with it, testing it out.
He does his shtick of checking the gold is real. And you have. Where is it? I always look for Kenneth.
Yeah, yeah. We should probably delete him one day.
Well, I archived him.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is the heroic halberd of malediction.
Jesus.
This is my second magical item, dude. This is kind of crazy.
Welcome to a BradWOTO campaign.
Yeah.
Remember, you're playing Final Fantasy.
They just rain from the skies.
So while you're holding on to it, basically this is an ancient freaking weapon that has been wielded throughout the ages by heroes and you have advantage on saving throws versus fear. And then once per day, you may use this halberd. I was going to write spear. Halberd to cast the Bane spell at first level.
Shit.
And charisma is your modifier. I don't know if it needs one, but
It does actually, yeah. Or
other than that, it's a standard halberd. No plus ones. Or anything crazy.
shit. That's badass. Okay, cool. Fuck yeah. I'm sated, erect slightly. As I'm going through, can I, or I'd like to look at Arden and figure out if anything is going on, because he's been unusually quiet since we stepped off the train. So
Arden, what are you doing? Are you trying to conceal the fact that you're acting oddly?
Yeah.
Then give me a deception check versus an insight check. Oh.
all my
Oh, no.
advantages are great today, but I haven't got a single one.
Arden is trying to conceal something, but is potentially crying. I don't know. It depends. I'm not 100% sure what Arden is doing, but you're doing. How would you poorly be trying to hide how you feel, kind of thing?
He's just in the corner. His hat's off, and he's just kind of touching some of the swords and just looking around, pretending to care. It's really obvious. It's very quiet.
I'm gonna nudge Carlias and Arden.
I wonder what's up with him.
Perhaps you should ask.
I'll walk over to him. Hey, Arden.
What?
Oh, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just, the shopping. I'm fine.
Hold on, man. What's up?
It's nothing. It's good to be home. I'm just gonna walk out of the store.
Okay. Arden wanders out.
Ooh. I'm gonna look at the shop. So, what's your name, if I may?
My name is Blades. It's very good to do business.
Right. Not. Right. Do you have a name of your establishment? Perhaps. What do you call it? Special? Anything fancy?
I just call it my shop.
Right. Can't get creative with that. Right, I'll name this halberd Sin's Bite, then. Can't well name it Blade's Shop.
Unfortunately, well, you could name it what you want, I suppose. But Blade's shop, it's not the best weapon
Blade's
name I've
Shop.
heard. He says,
Can we get that inscribed on the actual blade?
Do you need anything else today?
Oh, Carlias, the bolts, for flying lady, right?
I don't suppose you have any, just call them special arrows. I'm guessing, magical arrows or anything.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. What arrows you will look for? What do you want it to do?
What do you have? What do you offer?
You need it to do? I have arrows which kill dragon. I have arrows which burn people. I have arrows which turn you into blob.
Get one of those.
A blob of what?
Whatever you are, it turns into blob.
Right.
Tell you what, I'm actually
I just
curious.
buy the things. I don't know how it works, okay? I know a few tricks. That's it. I do not know how to make arrows, okay? I know
How
this.
much
This
for-
man tell me, he comes, he says, this will turn you into blob.
Right. Sorry.
You want
Let's see
blob
what the
arrows?
blob one does. We'll take half and half of the blob and the fire.
Blob arrows, fire arrows. Okay, let's see here. Have 10?
Sure.
Yes. 10.
10 and 10. Okay. Let's see. Blades is not good at accounting, okay? He pulls out a very strange device.
Is it an abacus?
It's an abacus.
TI-84
strange.
calculator.
Strange as
It's-
fuck.
Seen these before.
It's strange to Blades.
Pulls out a calculator with an attached printer. Beep beep. Just printing out.
Please tap here, sir.
Then, all right. This is 70 gold pieces for you.
How much?
70 gold pieces, huh?
Wait, 17?
17, huh? You think do not pay 17 just to have the man bring them here?
I'm sorry. I think he misunderstood. 17 or 7D?
70 gold pieces.
70.
What is it in dragon tongue, eh? Huskas! 17.
I still have no clue.
70, friend.
70. Oh,
Yeah. It's the accent. It's not from here, I don't think.
No, this accent is actually from here, yes. This is Tiefling City.
I'm not
no,
from here.
that moment when you were
Oh, yeah.
Lash for
I'm-
money.
Just, we'll tell her and bring her back.
You want me to write name on this?
Yes, put it on hold. Put it down as
Flash.
strings. Not
Or-
flash. Strings. Strings.
Lash
please.
strings.
Sure. Right.
Lash strings.
Yes. Lash.
This is your name, Lash strings.
Lash drinks. That is my name.
Lash
Drinks?
strings.
I thought it was strings.
It's the accent again.
Lash strings.
It's from here.
Okay, Lash. Lovely doing business with you, sir.
Thank you.
You come back. I hold on to them 24 hours, huh?
Right. Yes. Perfect. We should go get Arden a drink.
Yeah, I didn't know this was his home.
No idea. I just met him 3 days ago. So. Right. Thank you, Blades.
Okay.
One last thing. How much is ammo?
Ammo for this weapon?
I mean, this weapon or just in general?
Which ammo do you want?
Well, let's say this weapon first.
Which ammo? You want the bullets which explode? Bullets which turn you to blob?
Oh, just regular.
Regular bullets.
Yeah.
Bullets,
Don't even know if I have regular bullets here somewhere. He starts looking for, pulling drawers open behind him, and then he finds a box. Here we go.
And you're muted. Sir, your voice box cut out.
Why? There we go.
Apparently, I'm contagious.
My microphone's a fucking asshole too. Let's see here. Where am I? Oh, it's not under that. Hold on. This is what it's going to be like the whole time you're in Sin River, because everything is on multiple different pages. Regular bullets. Please, sir.
May I have some more?
These are 40 gold pieces, box 20.
Box to 20. For 40 bullets.
Yes.
20 gold.
You have a brand new fangled technology there, sir. Guns were invented very recent. This is expensive. No one knows how to make this.
I know, I'm saying 40 bullets for 20 gold.
40 bullets, 20 gold. What, you need it in Dwarven? 20. For 40.
That's racist, sir.
This is the language, is it not? He literally spoke to you in Dwarven.
I'm still saying it's racist because
I'm gonna rummage through my backpack trying to find any gold if I can.
You want me to put lash strings on this, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I have to.
Yes, that will come. We have a huge back order, apparently.
Lash strings, okay. It seems you blew your load on the gun, huh? It's good gun until you cannot shoot from it.
I'm sure I have more money, but yeah.
so much.
Don't worry. I got something I can get more with.
Yes, everybody always got something they get more money with in this town, eh? I see you on the street begging.
No, I just do my job.
Well, if you need to sell the gun, sell it back to me, eh?
I won't be selling this gun.
All right. That's what they all say.
Well, come on, Strings.
Right, you lead the way.
And we're
I'm
gonna.
writing in my journal as we pass.
All right, good luck, eh? Don't get up to anything I would not get up to.
Not quite. Never mind.
As you step back out into the blistering sun, we'll cut briefly back to Lash and Raja, who head up towards the Chancellor's Manor. So you're heading up to what is essentially like the biggest, not really the biggest, the finest built building in town. It also looks like it was built by a completely different architect. This building is pretty different to the others because it's kind of Gothic brick. It looks like it stood here for longer than any of the other buildings in town, to the point where it looks like this building might have been built before anything else was built here. Perhaps it was part of a previous smaller settlement, and this is the only one that stood before they renovated the entire place. It's a very old-looking building, but it looks like it's been renovated and changed so many times that it has taken on some of the more wood aspects of the rest of the town in terms of architecture and aesthetic. There's a very kind of dusty garden that sits around the building, and then a stone wall as well as an iron gate. At the front of the gate, two tiefling guards stand in armor and long swords. They look a little more like your typical watch town guard might. They have like splint mail on and a sword each. Both of them very large looking, dark, sun-cracked red tiefling demonic skin with these huge horns. And they stand to attention, and other than that, you can't see anything. There's no movement going on, and there's this structure that stands looming like a freaking vampire's manor kind of looking thing, just completely stark different to the rest of the town. As you approach, the first tiefling guard puts a hand up to you.
Hey, stop! What is your business here? I cannot hear you. Silence spell. Drop the silence spell.
Why? What is? Stop, please. Just let me talk. Yeah, no. It's when he puts his hand up and says stop. I'll immediately reply to him in Infernal, with the deep guttural sounds, and just say, I need to see Schaus. She had a job for me, and I'm done with it.
Are you fluent in Infernal now?
I was at the start of the campaign. That was my bonus language.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, there was another one. Yeah, he speaks back.
You know our tongue. Huh? You need to speak to Schaus. You have appointment with Schaus.
No, I just got back in town completing a job that she gave me.
What is your name?
Raja.
Raja. What about this one?
She was working on it with me.
Name?
Back in
tiefling, so that I guess
back in English. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Shizo.
Alfizo.
Yes.
There, yeah.
Okay. You wait here.
He turns around, brings out a ring of keys, opens the gate, turns it, locks it again, and then steps inside. The other tiefling guard just stands kind of eyeballing you with one hand on his longsword. Like a few minutes pass before the front door of the manor opens again, and you see not just the guard, but Schaus as well as she walks out towards where you guys are. Schaus, of course, being the tiefling that we met right at the beginning of the campaign, who gave you guys the original mission. She's sort of weirdly scantily dressed for the majority of what people dress like in Sin River, in their kind of leathers and cowboy gear and stuff. She wears like little more than a couple of strips across her that bountiful body. I guess.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous body. She steps out. She steps up to the gate, but the guard doesn't unlock it. She says, so you have returned, and you are unbroken. At least 2 of you.
As usual.
Hmm.
The others
What do
are
you
fine.
want?
The others are fine as well. No,
You need more work?
I came to inform you the outcome of the job.
Oh yes, I know. It's fine.
You've already heard from Fexus?
Of course.
Okay.
Quite a mess you made in town, huh?
Well, not as big of a mess as we made on the train. Did you know that the Princess Nemissa was going to be looking for the box?
Ah, well,
Okay.
I did not know too much, but a mission is a mission, and it seems that you were successful, so...
We were. I just wanted you to know then that Fexus also gave us the stone to keep afterwards to try and bait her out. You're okay with this?
Whatever jobs you are given afterwards is none of my business.
Okay.
I was tasked to send you to Fexus. Fexus tasked to send you somewhere else.
As well. I don't know Fexus, but I do know you, so I wanted to make sure his instructions were okay with you personally.
His jobs is his jobs. My jobs is my jobs. You want job?
You have another one?
Perhaps if you are thinking of getting your hands a little dirty.
Got to keep the blade sharp.
Perhaps you come back midnight.
See you at midnight.
She turns around, and then before she takes a couple of steps, she turns back and says, "Oh, and another thing, keep your beak down, okay? There are people in town who we have no control over, okay? The guard, the watch, they will be looking for one with such a high bounty."
Do you know of anyone who may be able to make that bounty less or gone?
Yes, of course. Chancellor Vosler. And she cackles, and then steps and walks away.
I'll have to
So,
ask her. I'll have
yeah,
to ask her about that tonight.
I turn to Raja. That's the Chancellor from...
She was
from
speaking in
Shallow
Infernal. She was speaking Infernal
Oh,
that
was
whole
she?
time, or English?
No, she was
Or
speaking in
common?
common. Yeah.
Okay,
She was sort of speaking to you both, kind of.
gotcha. That's who?
The Chancellor from Shallow Scar. She'll never lift a bounty on me.
Well, when I come back here tonight alone and talk with Schaus, maybe I can change her mind. Why would she want to? She always puzzles me. She's been a reliable source of work in the past, but she never quite gives me all the details up front.
You think she wants us to steal something?
She usually hires me to kill things, not steal things, but I'm fine with either. I'm just wondering why she wants me to come back at midnight. That doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Oh well. Let's go deliver these boxes. Actually, the casino's on the way past the Weaponsmith, so let's go see if the others are still around looking at shiny new toys.
Okay.
And I'll head southwest by way of the Weaponsmith on my way to the casino.
Sure. Arden, you step out of the Weaponsmith and into the city. Where do you go? Do I not want to know? We're just going to ignore Arden for a couple of weeks. Come back.
Yeah, he's busying himself. He's gonna be while he's outside, he's just gonna be disguising himself as somebody else.
I don't think you can you? You did it once already.
He has his disguise self kit that he'll just be changing his clothes and stuff like that and papers.
In that case, you need to actually roll, I think.
Yo. What do you want me to roll?
A disguise kit. It should be on the left of your sheet if you're proficient in it.
Oh, you could just. Oh, cool. I just roll it. Nice.
Although for some reason it uses strength, which doesn't make any sense.
I'll take
That's what all the kits auto default to. You have to change it yourself.
You can do it.
Change wisdom.
You can do it with whiz, but it's just an add of 2, so it'd be an 18.
Added.
Yeah,
added
you can
3.
make yourself. You can make yourself look pretty much. 3, 19. You pretty much make yourself look to like within reason, however you kind of like, really. Because you're a big kind of fearbolg, which is like a kind of like a Goliath-y elf kind of looking, like a lot less rugged.
Just gonna make him look. There was one time back in the day that we used. He's just gonna be like a big Goliath-looking guy, just relatively large, muscular, doesn't talk a lot, just kind of intimidating.
You can make yourself look like a Goliath. Yeah, they don't have any hair and stuff, so you'd probably have to put on a bald cap, just down an alleyway. Just rip on a bald cap and then maybe tattoo on some sort of like Goliath-based tribal tattoos they have, and then come out of the alleyway looking actually legit, pretty much like a very, maybe even a small Goliath, really. That your armor will make up for the rest of the bulk. Are you heading anywhere in particular?
I'm just gonna be following Carlias and.
Oh, you're with them.
strings.
Sorry, I thought you like. wandered off.
I just left the store. I was just outside changing, pretty much.
So when they come out, there's just a Goliath there, who starts following them.
Yeah, I'll just
Guys,
Arden?
yes, I've decided to go with a new look. So,
But permanently?
no, it's just for now, you know. I like to
He
change
doesn't.
things up.
It happens on a regular basis.
I like the old you.
So, anyways, let's continue, please.
Right.
Does this Goliath still have the badass looking hair?
no.
The Goliath, yeah, he would look really insane if he had hair.
He has like
I
a
would
little.
hope that every time he disguises, the hair stays. Like it's just.
He has like a really weird ponytail, almost like BradWOTO's character in Critical Role, but just the little ponytail out the back for no apparent reason.
All those times I've been in Critical.
BradWOTO's and
His Critical Role avatar, the little orc guy.
Oh, my roll 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean roll 20, not critical roll.
Oh yeah.
So, like, Brad's on Critical Role.
Oh, damn,
weird.
dude.
That was
Brad's
that was my first ever character, Imol G.
Emulji?
MLG.
Oh, okay. I was
but
like,
it was spelled I apostrophe MAUL space capital JHEE. Imol G, a half orc acrobat, dual wielding fighter. So yeah, you guys head off. A little ways behind you, catching up. We see Raja and Lash catching up with you guys as they spy you. They begin to trot over. That's where we'll end today's session, but not before we have one last little moment where we see two finely dressed men sitting inside of a sort of a tavern-looking area where they're surrounded by people who look like they're part of this watch, that kind of like cowboyed, leathered, armored, starred-looking
chaps.
people. There are a handful of people that look like they're a little bit off-duty, but still finely dressed. And there are two guys who look completely different to them. They're sitting nursing two drinks. One of them is nursing a drink which is just a clear, just like a jar of whiskey. The other one has what looks like a cocktail in a nice glass with a little umbrella and a slice of kiwi on the side and a strange bubbling mixture inside. Both of them very large looking humans with very very pale complexions, and they one of them lifts the drink, the cocktail, to his mouth and puts it down and says, "Well, they're in town. I suppose we'd best get to work." The other one takes a swig of his whiskey. "No, let's enjoy our holiday a little more." They cheers their glasses. "Okay, if you say so. Solomon's not going to be too pleased with us if we don't get our work done, though." They laugh. They continue to drink, and that is where we conclude today's session. Over drinks.
That was a fucking.
Foreshadowing.
I think that was like one of our best sessions. Yeah, that was solid.
That was awesome. Super
Damn.
fun.
Fun session, guys. Welcome to.
Did you guys see the gun I got?
Dude, that's fucking epic.
It's amazing.
Connor? That's not even the only homebrew BradWOTO gun in town.
It's amazing.
Town?
Catch them all.
There, you gotta catch them
Yeah.
all.
There's
I'm
probably-
literally gonna be that one guy you see running out of a battle with like 100 guns on his back.
Probably one in the fighting pits, knowing Brad.
Almost definitely 100%.
Fucking.
You can win a gun in the fighting pits. The
We
fighting
didn't-
pits has.
We didn't kill
No.
anyone.
We killed
killed
3
some
birds.
But those aren't people. They're
You didn't.
birds.
You didn't murder hobo. I think
We
is
didn't
where
murder
Jay's
hobo.
going with this.
That's what the chat's saying. We didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, you have some cool shit that you can do. There's a load of optional shit in this town, so you can spend a little while here fucking around. There's a couple of quests that are on quest boards, a couple of bounties. Maybe one of them's for Lash.
Oh.
Maybe one of them's for Kenneth.
Oh no.
I was gonna ask
Someone
that,
actually just sent in fan art of Carlias.
Nice.
In the Discord channel?
If you want to see it, it's right here.
Tell him to post it in the Discord. Oh my.
No,
fuck.
it's right here.
Nice.
Okay.
That's him.
All right. Solid. That's.
If only
I
he was
appreciate that.
a sportsman. A wee little dwarf here, like they're supposed to sound.
And if you want me to sound like Gamil, I can sound like Gamil, but
I forbade him.
Someone just sent in fan art of me.
That's me after putting the amount of effort I put into Sin River, honestly.
And we just leave immediately.
All I've been doing is working on this town for a week, and yeah,
Oh my god.
it's there's a lot of shit going on. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll sink our teeth into the town next week, I imagine.
We're actually
as-
leaving next week. Sorry, Brad.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind then.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave town. Like, we
Well,
don't
the
need anything
best-
else.
we're
Let's
out.
go off to Crimson City.
We
The
don't
best
need to
thing
be
is
here.
that unless you're walking there, then, and I feel like nobody wants to walk across the desert yet. You're literally not high enough level. You're stuck in the town until the next train. Like you guys just got off the train, didn't ask when the next one was. You keep doing this.
Well, I did,
Jump off the
but
fucking train.
Actually, that's quite true. We didn't notice.
And yeah, like you don't know. You could be in town for weeks, months, years. Pretty much as long as I want.
fuck. Well,
Almost.
make sure to
Neat-
tune in
neat little
next
DM
Wednesday,
trip.
guys.
DMs out there. Trains are in an interesting way to just be like, oh no, I want you to stay in a town longer.
Yeah, you're screwed.
It wasn't my intention when I created it, but I've kind of found this like fringe benefit.
You
so
live
if
here
if
now.
you put a full week of effort into a town, and there's a train station that's their only mode of transport. And you can make them stay there until they at least justify the amount of effort you put into the fucking map.
We're here for a couple weeks, guys. Like I told Brad, like I'm gonna stay here for 6 weeks, and he's like,
I know what Jay's like alone, because the last time we went to a town in the last campaign, we were there for ages.
We ransacked. Well, then it wasn't even me. It was just like I would suggest something, and the party was like, "Yeah, we should totally do that." Like, yeah.
Towns are fun. Towns are fun. They used to terrify me as a DM way back in the day when I first started.
Now they're just
but I think they're really fun. Yeah, they're a whole different approach. I think, but yeah, that's a conversation for a DM podcast another time.
if only we could get one of those started.
Well, I'm sorry, Jay. I've got a
what's
real
not-
job.
You don't. You edit an idiot on YouTube. That's closer or farther away from a real job than my job and our jobs.
Tell that to my bank account.
Yeah. There you go.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy rich, and it's so funny how little pittance I really make, because you don't get to millionaire PewDiePie level without being a miser. Okay.
Yeah.
Brad gets paid $1 every time he fucks
Every
every one of the
video.
other characters.
Oh
in
my
this
god, I
campaign.
wish it was real currency that he paid me in, dude. That'd be the best.
He's like, I could pay you an exposure.
Oh my god.
I gotta jump off. So let's do our.
No, yeah,
our
that's what I'm
choice, if
trying to
you
do.
don't
I'm trying to let people go and do things with their lives. We have multiple people who want to do other things. Let's do a quick round of shout outs, see where people can find people. Let's start with Mr. Fairlight Excalibur, because he's up on that screen there.
Hi.
Drop out if we don't.
Can you hear me? Is my mic working? What's up, guys? I didn't think of anything clever to say today. I'm out of ideas. You can find me at twitch.tv/fairlight_Excalibur. pretending to still be relevant on Twitch as I play League of Legends.
Nice. That's a fair like scale over everybody.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He won't be a Twitch streamer for much longer though because his microphone doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's
That's
just,
how
And he
see.
only plays League of Legends now. So.
and he only plays League. So
I played Gigantic. Have you guys tried that
Oh
game?
my god, dude, I love that game.
It's actually
A lot
really
of
good.
I love it
stuff
so
going on
much.
screen.
I've played it
Hashtag
every day since I did the promotion for it. It's fucking great.
Tuesday Grey. Where can people find you?
When I'm not being a stabby raven lady who really just wants to fly, you can find me over at twitch.tv/Tuesday Grey. Not a lot lately, but in September I will be back at it with full force. So look for me there.
I expect to see you with full force.
Full force, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means, but if
Yep.
the first stream, true stream back, it doesn't.
It'll be called full force. That's all the force you get.
No one's gonna have any idea except for like a few of us.
Right.
Yeah. There'll be like 3 of us there, like we know what the in-joke
Full
is.
force.
Mr. Connor Kronos.
Hi, you can find me twitch.tv/Connor Cronus, 4 p.m. Eastern every day apart from today. Currently, we're playing Bioshock Infinite on the hardest difficulty, but the next few months are going to be pretty hectic and full of a lot of games. So.
Lots of games over in
Lots of games.
twitch.tv/Connor Kronos. I'm practicing my dwarf voice. Sorry, Jay.
All dwarves are mutes in my campaign.
Oh my god! I would actually.
I have been practicing for the past 3 weeks and I still can't get it right. So
It would save me a lot of anxiety going in.
Jay, you got to practice actual Dwarven language, though.
Hmm.
That'll actually help with the voice. Learning
Probably
curve
would
spell.
actually.
Well, he's puffing out smoke, so he's already got the dwarf down a little bit.
I'm a dragon. Beer and war. And
Cucumber
hammering and
bath,
forging.
the dragon.
Yeah.
Mr. HJ Tenchi, where can people find you?
Hello! 1 to 9 p.m. PDT every single day, Monday through Saturday, except for Wednesday when I started around like 4:30 p.m. PDT because we're playing D&D here.
Yes,
Yes,
that
sir.
is correct. You can also catch him on twitch.tv/Dr. Disrespect.
And also on Critical Role with BradWOTO.
And also on Critical Role with me on Thursdays. And he's also part of an 80s glam rock band.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. H.J. Tenchi, a man of many talents.
A man of many lies.
A
Actually,
man of
John
many
Oates.
lies. And then, last but not least, my fellow Tablestory-er, Mr. Potato.
I fucked up my camera.
Yeah.
Like,
did.
no, like I pressed the button too many times and it's just going through the queue now. So
This isn't even you.
I
Okay.
no, like I have the remote and it's just it's oh,
Oh.
we're good. Okay. I wanted to zoom it in and I wasn't working, so I was just pressing it and now we're good. Note to self, never fucking do that again. Speaking of Critical Role, we play games on Friday. This is nowhere near related to Critical Role. Just come watch Neon Screen on Friday on my channel. That's our other Table Story campaign. And soon Brad and Cronus will be in our campaign. Stop. Okay, Brad's not going to be in the campaign, unfortunately. Going to be in our campaign.
How else will I represent Team 10 if I don't?
Fucking
My
God.
goodness.
Table Story Ilios. I think it launches in about 2 weeks. We're going to be doing episode 0. So make sure to go join the Discord if you guys haven't already. And that's it. You guys wanna
I
watch
know.
video
Can I
games, so
say
suck
one
at them.
thing about it?
Oh God.
Okay.
What?
The thing, the only special homebrew thing that you've made so far for
Oh
me.
yeah, sure.
I have an auto mail arm.
He does. He's got
It's
auto
the
mail.
best.
I've put auto mail in the campaign specifically.
It has auto mail. Sorry. I'm excited because I'm playing a monk and I just want to punch shit, and one of my arms is made of metal. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't
that's pretty
100%
much-
decided on the race yet, but it might be a dwarf.
Should be a no.
Either way, it's gonna be Scottish. That's one thing I know. Whatever race I am was brought up by dwarves or something.
Can you do a Scottish Pozu or Puzu?
No, not really.
That would be amazing.
Exclusive, not meant to be harmed.
It's hard. It's hard. I actually
Nailed it.
Steven managed to put a fucking gnome voice with a French accent on it, and I was like, "Oh, you fucking asshole! Fucking just stealing all my shit and doing it better, motherfucker." Yeah. So catch us next week, Wednesday, same time, 8 p.m. UK and 3 EST. That's correct. Yes, it is. And Neon Scream on Fridays. We also have Bobby's campaign, Choresmia, on this channel on a Tuesday. We did episode 1 of that yesterday, so if you want to catch up in time for next week, that's the same time as this one, but on Tuesdays. That's really fun. It's the What's Old is New campaign setting system. And that's it. See you all next time when there may or may not be a beholder.
Oh yeah, I have to do the outro. Fuck.
Yeah, we just don't know. There may or may not be a beholder. There won't. They'll die.